It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, I still want that Gumshoe and Pearl spin-off game? I want to play as Gumshoe. I should be asking you that, aren't you? Are there any other detectives? No, I should be asking... You know what they should have done for the anime? They should have done something really cool and made the anime from Gumshoe's perspective. Like all the cases, but from his point of view. So then it's like the detective side, rather than the lawyer side. Yeah, that's what I would have done. That's why my animes that I make are the best ones. I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here any... Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Do it! Gumshoe's heart belongs to Edgeworth. Or Maggie. How's that going? It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy? Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try to remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. I don't want Pearl to say Dick. I don't want that coming out of her mouth. No. I don't want that anywhere near her mouth. Good to see you again, too, I guess. Mr. Scruffy Detective, just stick with that. Mr. Detective Dick? Can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name, girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, I mean, that's all that happened. That's what happened. That's what you asked. His name was Master Mask. I know about that, too. Why'd you ask? What the fuck? Oh my god. That was just thunder. That scared me. Anyway, that was out of nowhere. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The guard did it. Scene of the crime, you mean here, right? I don't know why he would call and tell them that he did it. It's an alibi, I guess. There's two of them. There's two guys. That's why the mask is black and white, because there's two of them. The guard's in on it. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away. Oh, okay. He solves one case. What the fuck? Ace, this is Ace Attorney. I think you're mistaken. See, why can't Ace Detective be a game? I want to play that game. There's like Miles Edgeworth Investigations. I don't really know what that's all about. I have it. I bought it. I got it for Christmas. But I obviously haven't played it yet. Ace Detective? Is that anything like Ace Ventura Pet Detective? Is it him? I hope so. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Master Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Bread is pretty hot, especially when sliced. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Mask the Mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? Like the film, A Master of Disguise. And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him in time. Got him this time. What, then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? Isn't that like the guy from Dimension W? Didn't he do that? This came first, though. So yeah. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far, and you just said he's sometimes a guard, so fucking there we go. I already nailed him before I even met the guy. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Maybe that's because he stole it in the first place. Buddy. Maybe he returned it because it wasn't what he was actually looking for. Maybe he's looking for something in particular. Something inside the things that he's stealing. I don't know what. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. but Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So what's his calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's his mark on the front? It's Master Mass signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by the emblem. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. I was just about to say a copycat. I don't know what about one, but just in general. That thunder, man. Apparently it's storming out there. That's cool. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. And we'll name him Apollo Justice. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that he's, he's a guy. So I don't know if that's like referencing that, saying that there'll be a new protagonist someday. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Let's go down there. Oh my god, a box! And the thing, it broke! Oh my god. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. It's probably because it's air-conditioned. To protect the art pieces, yeah. Okay, nobody's gonna address... Okay. Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. What the fuck? What the heck does that mean? Is this the... Ah! What the fuck? Why does he have a magnifying glass on his face? It literally is one. It has the handle on it. He's got lightning hair. Tie's too big. He's got a weird ass thing on his nose and,
I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home.
I mean, I assume this guy's evil. Look at him. Who are you anyway?
Shh, silence.
Ah!
He. Now I see, it's all becoming clear.
What do you mean? What do you see?
Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me.
Ah, his nose. Holy shit.
A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong?
Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that?
How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why.
Well, the universal skeptic would be an asshole.
I am a traveler of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams.
Oh, it's Gant. He's a swimmer. That's why he's got lightning hair. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman. And introduce myself. The name is Atmey. Luke Atmey.
Fuck off! Luke Atmey? Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm looking. You ugly bastard. Jesus, fuck, okay.
Ace Detective.
Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate. I would say it's too obvious, but it never is. The one who's the most obvious is always the culprit. Every time. So, let's see if it's different this time, but usually when I say that person is the most obvious, it usually ends up being that person. And by usually, I mean every single time. So, yeah. The name's Wright? Phoenix Wright? Ace Attorney? Has he ever actually called himself that? Is that the first time? I'm Maya, Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm Pearl, Ace all-around great person. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice.
Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game?
Game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? That's your own personal problem, man. I don't know. So are you really as famous as you say?
Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me.
Ah! I am
Mask the Mask's arch enemy, the ace detective Luke Atmey. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other one angelic cherubs of light.
And to be fair, there are other characters we haven't met yet, so I cannot say that he is the most obvious. For now, he's just obvious, so if there is another character who is more obvious, then it'll be them. But for now, he's suspicious. Also, his voice really hurts my throat. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick?
I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny.
Ah, yes, the Triple L.
I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask. With my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles.
Oh. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news, in the Great People of the Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. That one on your hand, is that what you were after? Is that what you were after? Did you know that would happen? You stole it and returned it to get the jewel?
Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much.
So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Well, I mean, he did retrieve a thing, apparently. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please.
Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle.
I see, huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here, in Lordly Taylor?
Naturally, wherever Damask goes, you will find Atmey laying his elegant traps.
Elegant traps? More like elegant faps! Ho! Anyway, more like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful ghetto. Mine was better. I gotta drink I gotta take a drink. Nice, good drink of water. There that is. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night?
But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces.
Sure. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. Oh, fuck, Phoenix, you don't make fun of a man's physical appearance. What's wrong with you? It's not like I did that.
I first received the request for my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Mask to Max calling card.
Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived?
Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough.
That's Adrian for you.
A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized.
Well, that really makes you sound incredibly guilty. A calling card arrived, right?
Yes. So, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. And waited for him, alone.
That's suspicious. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help?
Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from the people who would try to stop me from stealing the thing?
You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let the mask get away.
I always operate alone and concealed out of the sight of others.
Corn-sealed? Oh, I missed Pearl not knowing what things meant. Did we ever get her pizza? She never had pizza. I'm gonna assume that between games she had pizza. That makes me happier. Also, I'm gonna assume that between games Wendy Oldbag died. I don't want to see her again. Fuck that bitch, anyway. And Mo, too, he's also dead. Just because he got AIDS and died. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Is it? Anyway, back to what happened last night.
As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive.
Pink! And the thing moved.
But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared.
But that's impossible. How could it just disappear?
How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here.
Well, knowing the how doesn't mean you wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? And that's a lot of room under that thing. Well, let's check out the stuff. We have, for example, a box.
Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior.
Huh? What do you mean?
This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which...
That's done. That voice is done. Fantastic. Could you translate that for me, Nick? He has a small penis. If there's something you wish to know about,
you have but to ask Atmey. I know everything there is to know about my rival.
that's his new voice. It's close, but it's less of a strain. What do I do now? Does he have any top-secret information, stuff that only a real crime buff would know? I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. A's detective has to say. Should I talk to him? No. Can I not examine anything? Is he gonna stop me? That's not cool. What's the ping? Man, fuck you. How about maybe kill yourself? Can I show him something? Can I present? What do I present to such a man? Well, I mean, these guys like own this place. This is their village and such. And then I got this thing. I don't know. What do you think? Master Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right?
Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information.
Well, you've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here.
Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals.
I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever.
Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you too are pursuing the mysterious thief.
Well, I'm not sure. Okay, that's right. We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do.
Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return then to my office. To my office of Earthly Delights, the Atmey Detective Agency.
Of course, Office of Earthly Delights.
Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do.
Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Well, he wasn't doing anything himself, and he wouldn't let us do anything, so... Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. Take me with you. I'll take you. It's probably not a nice place for children. It's probably really weird, but I want you with me, because you're the best. So, box. That pathetic-looking wooden box. Is it... like, what? Why you gotta be so mean to it? Like, it's just a box. Aha! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. Somebody put that thing in a box and they didn't notice that it was shattered? I worked so hard to make that box. You made that? What the fuck? Dude, it's just a fucking box! It's got 6 sides, and it can contain a thing. It's just a box. Like, it serves its purpose as being a box. There's nothing wrong with it. What is wrong with you? You're so mean. And I'm mean to Maya all the time. I hate you both. Fuck off. That's why I want Gumshoe and Pearl. They're better. What's that supposed to mean? Let these two fucking argue in the corner over nothing, and Gumshoe and Pearl can do everything. That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fey Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Now you're making me feel all bad for Maya. Poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Master Mask had taken the box. Or if you weren't a cock dick. Fucker. Jesus. That's just... what the hell? What's wrong with the box? I don't get it. Like, if he was complaining about something that made sense... Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? It's literally 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so says Miss Andrews. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. 1 hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword. Wasn't Mystic Ami holding it last night? Well, obviously. Ah. You guys didn't... Well, I guess good for you, Pearl, for pointing it out, because they didn't notice, apparently. Pearl's the smart one. And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. My god, they didn't actually think of that at all. She had to point it out to them. Awesome, Pearly! I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. I do very much enjoy it, how many characters in these games can be incredibly stupid. It is a lot of fun. The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. And usually it's stupid for the purpose of the game, like to get them to, you know, say what they need to say for it to work as a game, which is why it's funny. I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atmey smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this. Don't. Oh. What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! I'm gonna have to go through this whole case with a fucked up head of hair?